Let's start the discussion with the latest on the India bloc. I would have preferred a 1 minute silence on the India bloc, but because we have to talk about it, let's not waste any time further. If you would remember, the India bloc was threatening to take off before the general elections. But if you remember your Zau and Lai, they are no longer saying Indi bye bye. Or for that matter, Indi Didi bye bye. Differences have cropped up to the last man, I mean Bhagwant Man, and geographically from Punjab to Bengal. Well, lame jokes apart, you can obviously see that the Indi alliance is now resembling more and more like a hot air balloon. It is getting punctured by sharp egos of its participants, and unlike a balloon, it is not even threatening to take off from the ground. The latest to threaten to run away from the India bloc is Nitish Kumar. The Bihar Chief Minister, admired, ridiculed, and respected for his ability to switch sides at the drop of his socialist hat. Nitish Kumar, also referred to as Kursi Kumar of Bihar, has dropped enough indications to suggest that he is done with the India bloc and is going to go back to the BJP for the third time, I guess, in the last 9 years. I think this is going to be his fifth switch hit in the past 9 to 10 years and is perhaps the nth breakup with Lalu Prasad Yadav. What can be said about Nitish Kumar that is already not known? He is such a predictable character that journalists like us have it easy with him. We can all recycle our 2-year-old stories and make them appear fresh and nobody would complain. Lalu Yadav jokingly used to refer to Ram Vilas Paswan as the best Mausam Vaigyanik of India. Mausam Vaigyanik as in weather scientist. But Nitish Kumar is way above Ram Vilas Paswan. He is not just a seasoned politician, a weather scientist, but he is also an immaculate astrologer. He has this amazing knack of predicting the future and also figuring out which way the wind is blowing. Nitish Kumar's latest indication that he is going to join the BJP camp yet again shows us all which way the wind is blowing. Not that it required any kind of genius to figure that out, especially after the Ram Mandir movement. But because Nitish Kumar has the singular ability to turn adversity into an opportunity, he has decided to go back to the BJP. And even though you can ridicule him for changing loyalties like the Maldivian foreign policy, you can't actually blame him. Because Rahul Gandhi is at it yet again. According to reports and grapevine, Nitish Kumar is upset with Rahul Gandhi for 2 reasons. One, Rahul Gandhi has not focused on building alliances and is embarked on his own trip in this world. And 2, he scuttled Nitish Kumar's dream of becoming the opposition's face in the next election by denying him the opportunity to become the convener of the purported India alliance. With Rahul Gandhi playing his own brand of football in the northeast, Nitish Kumar must have realized that it would be very difficult to beat the BJP on the turf called one-day cricket, which is going to happen very soon in north and central India. He must have figured out that Abhi Dilli Durast, so he has decided to secure Patna by going back to the BJP and saying tata to the dream of becoming the Prime Minister of India. At 72-73, I think this was his last shot at the dream and that dream is now over. But the blame should go to Rahul Gandhi. Who in this world suggested to him that he should take out a Bharat Jodo Yatra in the northeast when elections are hovering over our heads? What is he trying to gain by walking through Bihar, northeast and Bengal, where the opposition alliance already had very strong leaders, namely Mamata Banerjee and Nitish Kumar? Is he fighting against Mamata Banerjee and Nitish Kumar, or is he fighting against the BJP? And if the answer is that he is going to fight against the BJP, why is he not in North and Central India, where the Congress and the BJP go head to head in almost 150 seats, out of which the Congress is unlikely to win more than 10 seats in this election? Rahul Gandhi has his own ideas, and some of them are as difficult to understand as his concept of escape velocity. So you can't blame Mamata Banerjee either, because Mamata Banerjee knows quite well that the Congress is now becoming a liability in this election. Mamata Banerjee has threatened to walk out. Actually, she has walked out of the alliance by saying that hers is the only party which can take on the BJP in West Bengal. And she has a point. In the previous Lok Sabha elections, the BJP came within striking distance of Mamata Banerjee and managed to win 18 seats in West Bengal. In the subsequent assembly elections, Mamata Banerjee managed to claw back. She actually raised her vote percentage by almost 5 points and opened up a huge gap with the BJP. She has a proven capability and record of taking on the BJP on her own terms and on her own turf. So she is right in asking the Congress to buzz off, because the Congress has been declining rapidly in West Bengal. In the previous election, it won just 2 seats, and in the assembly elections that happened after that, in spite of being in an alliance with the left parties, it failed miserably to make any impact on the election. So Mamata Banerjee is absolutely right in singing Ekla Chalo Re. The Congress should have been happy to accept her offer of 2 seats in West Bengal, which is what it had won in the last elections, because it should have known that losers can't be choosers. With the India alliance being what it is, it won't come as a surprise if the next big candidate, Akhilesh Yadav, decides to walk out sooner than expected. Because Akhilesh Yadav has a lot to lose in Uttar Pradesh. In Uttar Pradesh, Akhilesh Yadav's Samajwadi Party is the single biggest opposition. In the latest assembly elections, it had won almost 34% votes, which, though 16% less than the BJP, was way bigger than what BSP and the Congress managed. Akhilesh Yadav knows that the Congress doesn't bring anything to the table, and Buaji, as Mayawati is known, is playing hide and seek with the BJP and the Samajwadi Party. So Akhilesh Yadav knows very well that if he manages to get the biggest chunk of opposition votes, he might actually end up winning more seats than last time. So don't be surprised if after Paltu Chacha, Mamata Didi, Akhilesh Bhaiya, the former UP ka ladka, decides to walk out of the India alliance. And once that happens, and I'm not saying if, I'm saying once that happens, it would be the end of the India alliance. That brings us to the second point of our discussion. Are we heading towards an opposition Mukt India? While trying to understand the concept of an opposition Mukt India, which in a way is related to what happened in 1952 and 1984, about which we will talk very soon, let us understand that trying to put together the opposition parties in India is like putting together dozens of frogs on a weighing scale. The moment you put one on it, 10 more disappear. It is a futile exercise and has been pulled off only twice in the history of India. The reason why I am saying that India is moving in an opposition Mukt orbit is this. In North and Central India, the Congress has been reduced to a marginal player. It will be surprising if the Congress manages to win more than 24 seats from Srinagar to Mumbai, because it is being wiped out mercilessly in this region. Its only hope of actually coming back with more than 50 seats lies in just 2 or 3 states, and all of them are in southern India. But the problem with the North Indian politics is that unless you are present in the Hindi heartland, you can't set the agenda, you can't take on the BJP. And because the Congress is being gradually wiped out, this space is becoming opposition Mukt. The only ray of hope for the opposition was the mercurial Nitish Kumar. I'm really sorry I called him mercurial, because he should be compared to a moon, because he has his own waxing and waning phases. You can never predict if he is waxing eloquent about the opposition unity or if his desire to stay away from the BJP is waning. Anyway, to come back to the point, Nitish Kumar was the opposition's only hope. And if he decides to go back to the BJP, the opposition would be more or less dead in Bihar too. In Uttar Pradesh, Behenji is singing her own tune and nobody knows what she is whistling. Is it a paean to the BJP or is she singing Aaja Re to the opposition? Nobody can tell. So even in UP, as things stand today, the BJP is the lord and master of the agenda. And Maharashtra, as you already know, is almost gone. And if you think that an opposition Mukt India is a fantasy, a far-fetched idea, you just need to look at the results of the 1952 and 1984 elections, where most of the opposition parties were reduced to single digits. But for now, my gut feeling is that this is what is going to happen in the 2024 elections, where most of the parties would be reduced to low or middle single digits. Well, anyway, all this talk about I.N.D.I.A alliance was just academic because nobody took the I.N.D.I.A alliance seriously, especially after the euphoria that gripped the country after the Pran Pratishtha in Ayodhya's Ram temple. Debating and talking about the India bloc was like going to the races and trying to figure out if 6 lame horses can be put together to beat the front runner. It never happens that way. But while they were haggling, while they were arguing about who is going to lead the opposition to a race which it had already lost, it was a lot of entertainment. It gave us great insights into egos, into the desires and mindsets of regional leaders and how they cannot ever learn from the history of India, which suggests that even existential threats do not force people to unite. But while their discussions, while their ego games lasted, it was great fun. As somebody famously said, how mad, bad and sad it was, but how it was good. Thank you for watching Up North. Have a great day.